Underneath, go under.
There are millions of fish out here, guys. Millions. That's one way to let it go.
Triple hook up. G'day, I'm Al McGlushan and welcome to Big Fish Small Boats. Well, guess what? We're still in the Abrolhos because this place is so rich it deserves 2 Fs. Now, we battled the elements. We caught the snapper, we caught mackerel, but we're back out and we're going to fish the southern group. This time, we're going to chase lobster. We're going to catch samsonfish and maybe have a few encounters with sharks. But first, straight into the snapper. Alrighty, now what we're going to do is we're going to put down the brand new, not the prototype, for the 60-gram whiptail. Best benefits of this baby, wire trace, which I think we're going to need here, chemically sharpened hooks, and it's even got a little rattle in there. 60 grams, even in this weather, I'll get it to the bottom. Now, all I need is a fish. Just come in, as you can see, it's blowing again. Snuck in behind the island, just dropping the bottom. We just saw a heap of lumps. Ben just saw all these marks and we're trolling over it. Stop, we'll put it down and stop. There you go. I was just dropping it down, felt a bite on the way, and I reckon it feels like a snapper. Definitely feels snapperish. Oh, it's looking snapper. How big? Oh, nice bit of colour. Oh, nice fish. Nice platy. Look at that. Have a look at that. Came to the Abrolhos and look at these beautiful fish. And you can see there I've sweetened the jig up a little bit, which is a real trick. Not a lot. Biggles taught me that. He goes, just put a little tiny bit on. Sweeten it, literally. Drop it down, straight on. Oh yeah. This is the media hub over here. Poor old fish didn't realise he's going to get photographed so much. Oop.
Right, yeah.
That's this. Poor old Paul the cameraman had to go to the toilet. Nicked off. 2 seconds. And I've got another one. Have a look at the size of this. Oh yeah. Another nice pinky. Pull him up because this fish is going to cop some snapper paparazzi.
Paparazzi.
See if I can do it like that. How's that better? How good's that? And this is the beauty with the Abrolhos that you can hide. You know, it's blowing and it definitely blows. You know, it's an average of 27 knots out here. We haven't got 27 knots because this is the calm period of year, as you can tell. But even in here, we can still fish and catch snapper like this. And it's like, oh yeah, another snapper. Or for Western Australians, pinkies. Closely related to both the yellowtail kingfish and the amberjack, the samsonfish is in fact only found in Australian waters. However, what is really interesting is that they can be found on both the east and west coast, although Western Australia is definitely the world capital of the samsonfish. Favouring waters between 18 and 25 degrees, they have a sporadic distribution right around the southern half of the country. Hotspots include the Abrolhos atolls, the deep reefs off Perth, the remote waters off Port Lincoln, as well as northern New South Wales. Samsonfish are a fast-growing species, reaching 60 centimetres in the first 2 years. However, they can live for more than 30 years and reach 175 centimetres in length. That's more than 50 kilos. The biggest concentration happens off Perth every summer when the adults aggregate, drawn by the urge to spawn. If you ever wanted to catch the biggest samsonfish in the world, that is the place to do it. The good news is, samsonfish are primarily a recreational sport fish, as they have low commercial value. So with catch and release being the standard, there'll be lots of samsonfish in the future. Coming up, Al catches something that scares the living daylights out of the crew. One tip I can offer you, especially when you're fishing in this deeper water, is a lot of guys, you know, we're drifting this way, they fish off the boat here, and so all their gear goes under the boat. So it pays to just take a second, look at which way you're drifting, then fish onto the drift. So in this case, the guys are all fishing out the back there, so the gear's away from the boat. Now obviously if you fish this side, it's going to go through your running gear, and if you hook a really good fish, you're in trouble. All I need is a Samson, but I keep catching these, what do they call them? Charlie. Yeah, on fire, McGlashan. Look at the size of it. Oh, yep. Oh, yep. And if you have a look around the front, you've got to see this. Now, Tim Carter is a puffer fish expert.
Be scared, be very scared.
And I tell you what, this series is about catching big fish. That is the biggest puffer fish I've ever seen in my life. No way, no way, look at that. No way. Oh my God, I've never in my life seen anything like that. What are you caught? I didn't know they grew that big. Oh. All right.
Can I get a photo of the double? That's a big cover.
Look at the size of that. Now, we've got to watch these teeth because I've never in my life seen anything. Can you hear that? Listen to that.
You get excited when you catch toadfish.
I've never caught one like this. I'm just excited because Tim caught one with me. Can you guys see those teeth on that thing? Well, this series is all about catching big fish. And we came to Western Australia for one reason, because Tim Carter is the puffer fish expert. He's had issues with them all his life. And he told me that if you come to Western Australia, you'll catch the biggest puffer fish on earth. And I tell you, that is the biggest puffer, well, two biggest puffers I've ever seen in my life. And Ben is absolutely ecstatic behind me there. On what? I can't believe how big it is. You can throw yours back, I'll get a photo. I'm gonna have a photo with this thing. Look at it. Took it out of my head. Look how happy he is now. We're just driving along getting ready to stop. Bang, he ate it. Now let's see if I can get something other than a toadfish. Now, anglers are becoming a lot more conservation minded. We're letting a lot of fish go. But one problem we found is with fish that we're pulling out of the deep water is that they get the gas build up and that releasing hasn't been that good. So what we've devised is a release weight. Now, this is attached to a separate line. So when you bring the fish up, you unhook it obviously, put this in its mouth and then drop it back down. As the fish drops back down, the gases all shrink back down, he resumes, feels obviously a lot better, and just simply shakes himself free because this is just lifted up. In Western Australia, this has actually become law, and it's proving, we've done it through science, done all the research, that these fish live. So it's little things like that. Just put that little bit more effort in to make sure those fish swim off, and that will make our fishery a whole lot better. And remember, don't forget to check out the website bfsb.com.au, and of course, follow us on Facebook. Samson. It's a Samson. But you found that the numbers of crayfish are actually improving now. That's probably the big thing, isn't it?
They are. There was definitely we were starting to hammer it down a bit. I think we were sort of, they talk about a harvest rate. We're harvesting just about everything that was available in that short time. Before there was a lot more boats, a lot more pots. That has downsized. They've reduced the catch. And now it's a definite catch that once you finish, you've caught your catch, and spread the catch over the full year, and the crays are on the improve, it seems.
Yeah, and now you guys are being classed as, what is it, a sustainable fishery?
Yeah, we were the first fishery in the world. Marine Stewardship Council certify your fishery as sustainable, green, and doing all the right things with the environment and so forth. And you have to be recertified and audited every couple of years. It's just been recertified in the last year or so. And we were the first fishery in the world certified. So yeah, we do the right things. Yeah,
I mean that's a real credit too, isn't it? You look at it like the seas, around the world, everyone's saying how bad seas are, everything's doom and gloom. Yet here we are with a fishery that's improving. And it's, let's face it, it's high value. I mean, what are you guys, almost $300 million business out here?
Yeah, it's a big industry. It's I think our long-term average was 11 million kilos, and we've halved that. We're down to 5.5 million kilos of the yearly catch, and yeah, it's up towards a 300 million fishery. So it's a large fishery in the world, and we do look after it, we believe, and do the right things, which is really good.
And that's what I find really impressive, is that they're often, you're a commercial fisherman, all you want to do is take a net. Here you guys are, looking after it. It's getting better. And we turned around, we're out there today, and said, you're going to get any crays? There won't be any in this. It's been pretty, I haven't set them for a thing. Pull it up, it's full of crayfish. Yeah, sorry, couldn't get any crays. Look at it going, it's full.
That looks so cool. That is so awesome. You get to see the pot coming up from below. Sits in there, it's full of crays. Went down and looked like crays everywhere. You see them all sitting there, they're all looking out at me. And then you just see it go boom, straight to the surface. Bloody awesome.
But that's enough about crays. We're here to fish. Yeah, baby. Woohoo! Well, we're called from the front. Tim's saying it's a dewy. Ben's saying it's
Joe?
Yeah, a bit of dewy.
The head shake at the beginning though.
This has got to be a Samson or a Kingo. It's fighting way too high up in the water column now. Dewy, yeah, it looks Samson. It's a Samson. Yeah, baby. Woohoo! Look at that. He's only a little one, we'll bring him on for a thing. That's what I wanted to come here and catch. It's only a little Samson. That's what I wanted to come here and catch. Samson. Maybe a little bit bigger though. Now, the Samson fish is a close relative of the kingfish and also the amberjack. So over here, the Samson rules supreme by a long shot. Over on the east coast, it seems to be a real mix. We get all three. But I tell you what, they're great fish. One thing that's really important with these fish is you can spear them back in when they're at first, but after they've been up, this guy's had a few photos taken, and now he's just give him a second to get his bearings, and then if I just let him go gently, he does a kick, kick, come on buddy, kick. He's a little bit confused, he's been brought all the way up, and then he comes down and goes, where am I? But you see how you just give him a little bit, just gently push him. Don't force him off, just let him do his thing and he'll go down. That way you'll catch him again. Woohoo! Make yourself the complete angler by winning the ultimate fishing prize, a bluefin drifter 3.8 with casting deck and full floor.
powered by a Honda BF20 4-stroke, sitting pretty on a Dumbia trailer. Plus safety equipment and full comprehensive boat insurance with Club Marine. Registered, it's on the water, but that's not all. There's $1,000 worth of Shimano gear to get you into the action. That's a total of $12,000 in prizes. And how easy is it to enter? Just buy any product at The Complete Angler for your chance to win. For full terms and conditions, visit completeangler.com.au. The Complete Angler, supplying fishermen with the complete fishing experience since 1967.
Good taste.
Anchored up, I decided to film a dusky whaler. At first it was okay, the fish kept its distance. Woohoo! Just as I decided it was time to get out of the water, the shark came right up to me, nudging me. Then suddenly things turned nasty. The shark charged in, ramming me in the chest, pushing me backwards and chasing me right out of the water.
You know what? I was just down, I said, oh, I'll go for a quick dive and have a look round. Jumped in with the camera, of course. Swam over, sharks come up. I thought, oh, no worries. Anyway, he disappeared. I thought, oh, where is he? Turned around, he's right behind me. Spun the camera around, he's disappeared, come back up, and then he started coming straight in and got bang, started hitting the camera, pushed him away again, he's come back around. So now I'm trying to get back to the boat. Oh, and he just got back in and he's all over it like he couldn't believe. It was a real big one, but enough to give me a nip. The things we do, big fish, full boats for everyone. Things we do. Tough job, I tell you.
You can see in the background there, that's Hummock Island. Now, unlike many of the others that are sort of clustered together, this baby's on his own. So, when they're on their own, they're good fishing. So, my little friend, go forth and gather. Perfect for a jig. But we're just working the drop off here goes from 8 metres down to almost 30. Looks good. So far I've been a little bit slow. It's probably worth pointing out that you really got to look at the sounder, get those little drop offs, get those edges, anywhere that shows a concentration of bait. In this case, as soon as we saw it, drop the jigs on it. Stay tuned, because they will bite. All right, last stop of the day, Snapper Bank. Because Ben said this is Snapper Central. Oh, he's on. It's only McGlashan that hasn't done it.
On the whiptail.
Oh, come on.
And it got slammed.
Oh. Everyone else is catching fish except me.
Because it's hooked up the bow as well.
McGlashan's done it too. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh. Oh, nice Dewey. You should see the guys in the back there have got a big Jew and a big trout.
See what El's got.
One will be the biggest Jew or the biggest trout. And it's a baldy! No way, what a collection! Oh look, they're going to bring theirs around as well. You've got a baldy,
A Jewy.
and a nice trout. I can't believe we got all three. Look at that. That is ridiculous.
How's that for variety?
That is unreal. Look at that.
Nice baldy. And this one's only in by one prong.
Al, how's that? Triple hookup. Put the 3 down and hooked up straight away on probably 3 of the best eating fish in the West. And I've got to say, guys, Halco and the Abrolhos, thank you very much, because that's got to be one of the best trips I've done in ages. How good is that? Now, when it comes to catching more fish, there's 3 tips I can offer you, thanks to Club Marine magazine. First and foremost, focus on structure. In plays like the Abrolhos, you just don't troll around anywhere. Instead, fish the points and the edges. That's where the fish concentrate. Secondly, stagger your lures. Use a mix of lures, set them at different distances. That way you can troll around those tight corners. And finally, and probably the most important, is take a lot of lures. Take a heap of those Laser Pros, because I guarantee not a lot are going to come back from places like the Abrolhos.